Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a video that has been crazy requested. I was not expecting to get this many requests for a video. I posted a summer fragrance haul and I talked about how I've just picked up Carolina Herrera Very Good Girl. I think that's so funny. Like every time I say it, I'm just like, very good girl. I posted that I had picked this up and I got at least 10 different messages on my Instagram, which is a lot for a small reviewer like me, to do a comparison of Very Good Girl and Parfums de Marley DELINA because they are very similar. Since its launch, which was in 2021, Very Good Girl has been talked about as a dupe or a very similar fragrance to DELINA. So I'm gonna tell you guys my opinion. I'm gonna talk a little bit about it, smell it, and just give you guys the whole rundown. Which one I think you should buy, which one I think is a better value for the money. So let's get into it. Very Good Girl was released in 2021. I believe it was a Valentine's Day release. So in the top of this fragrance, there's a lot of lychee and a lot of red currant, and that's something that is kind of shared with DELINA. DELINA is known for its lychees, and so that's kind of what that initial shock is when you smell it off the top. So I'm gonna spray DELINA now so I can kind of compare the two as they dry down. It is very similar. It's definitely not an exact dupe or replica or clone or whatever, but it's very similar because right off the top they have that like just that blast of lychee, and they do have a lot of shared notes throughout the fragrance. They both share rose in the middle. They both also have vanilla, and then they share base notes with like vetiver. So there is a lot of similarities between these two, but I will definitely say like just right off the top that Very Good Girl just smells fruitier, if you know what I mean. DELINA has like rhubarb in it. It's a little different, but like I said in my haul video, they both do have that very like powdery, rosy vibe. Very pretty, very feminine. DELINA is so beautiful. If that doesn't give you your answer, I don't know. It's a very special fragrance, in my opinion. I know some people have different opinions, but fragrance is very subjective, and the only way you really know is if you go out and try it for yourself. But I will say this, percentage wise, it is like 80 to 85% similar, because like I said, they share so many different notes, and the lychee is a huge one, the rose is a huge one, and the vetiver as well. So they do have a very similar kind of scent profile, but I definitely feel like the Very Good Girl, to me, it just smells more fruity. This one has less notes than DELINA, and it just, to me, it just smells brighter, fruitier. I feel like this would be, it's like a younger version of DELINA. Not that DELINA is like an older fragrance. I think that DELINA is just a little more established. I think this would be good for high schooler, early 20s, mid 20s. Great fragrance. I mean, it's very similar, so it's kind of hard to say, but this one is just a little more grown up, I think. Performance wise, DELINA wins. You get what you pay for, basically. So with Very Good Girl, you can pick up a 1.7 ounce 50 ml bottle for $107. So not, you know, the most affordable fragrance in the world, but also not anywhere near the most expensive. And Carolina Herrera is very good. I think that the Good Girl line is very iconic. Good Girl was one of my first ever fragrances, and don't get these confused. This is a flanker, but these are really nothing alike. This one is like almondy, cacao, coffee. This one just is much different than this. This one is much more floral, much more fruity, but leaning more on the floral side. This one is a little more gourmand, coffee, cacao, almond. It's different. What they say, they usually say, like with your eyebrows, they're not twins, they're sisters. Well, these are cousins, I think. But they're both really good. The original EDP, Good Girl, is just iconic in my mind, but you're not buying this because you want the same thing as Good Girl. I just wanted to put that out there. Like, don't get confused. Don't think that they're similar, because they're not. And then with DELINA, you get this 2.5 ounce bottle for $335. So it's much pricier. Obviously, you know, you're paying for a niche fragrance house. You're paying for the name Parfums de Marley. I haven't tested Very Good Girl too much, but with the original Good Girl that I have, the performance is not that amazing. It doesn't really project like crazy. Doesn't last very long, but this one is a powerhouse. It is to be expected for the price point. So I mean, I definitely think they're close. Like I said, 80 to 85%. They share a ton of similarities in their notes, and if you're looking for a much more affordable version, I would definitely say try out Good Girl. Very Good Girl, sorry. If you want to get a taste of DELINA, I definitely say check this one out. So it's definitely a good value for the money. I like this fragrance a lot. Obviously, I liked it enough to buy it even though I already have DELINA, because I've said this in many other videos, but you know, I think the logic is that when you're spending $330 on a bottle like this, you don't want to wear it every day unless you're like a multi-millionaire, because you want it to last. You know, it's an investment and, you know, it costs a lot of money, so you don't want to spray it every day. So it's definitely good to have like a designer version that's close if you want to wear something every single day. It's more affordable for the average person, if you know what I mean. Anyway guys, so I got so many requests to do this video, a little side-by-side comparison, talk about the similarities, talk a little bit about what's different. That's what I decided to sit down and do today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment below what your opinions are. If you like Very Good Girl, if you don't like it, what's your favorite Carolina Herrera fragrance, and also your opinions on DELINA, because there's so many mixed opinions about DELINA. But that's for another video, another time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.